Hey friends, welcome back to Big Nate's Whiskey Lounge. I am Nate, coming at you with a review that I've been waiting quite a little while to do for you. I just got these bottles in 2 weeks ago, but was waiting on them since March. No fault to Will and Greeze. It was a distribution thing. This is the Whiskey Weekend Blends. I talked about it in several videos. I've mentioned waiting for it. If you are involved in whiskeytube, any social medias, you may have seen posts about this. But at Whiskey Weekend, there was a two-team blend-off competition. We had one team, which was Will from the podcast, James from BS Bourbon, Dixon Dedman himself. We had Dan Shook from Bourbon Junkies, and we had Chad from It's Bourbon Night. That was team one, Team Dixon. The second team, which was Team ADHD Whiskey, was Matt Porter from ADHD Whiskey, Greeze from the podcast, Sarah from It's Bourbon Night, Sean from Bourbon Junkies, and Bob from BS and Bourbon. The winner, I'll tell you at the end. All right, in no particular order. I know which ones they are, but I'm not going to, and you might know if you have these bottles yourself. All right, so what's going to go in the first glass here? We're going to put this into the podcast glass. The second one we're going to put in the Whiskey Weekend glass. The black blends, you can purchase those at podcast.com/store. But the first blend is going to be 60% of the blend is a 5-year-old Tennessee whiskey. 18% of the blend is a 5-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon. Another 18% is 5-year-old Indiana bourbon finished in cherry bounce barrels. And 4% water. Good old water. And throw some nuts back there. Hey, dude, chill. Hey, get out of there. So we're going to pour that in here. All right. And what's going into this glass is 40% of this blend is 4-year-old North Carolina wheated bourbon. 30% of a 5-year-old Indiana high rye bourbon. 20% of a 5-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon. And 10% of a 5-year-old Indiana bourbon finished in cherry bounce barrels. Again, I know what's what. A lot of you guys are going to watch already know what's what. But if you don't, I'll tell you at the end. Now, for me, it's not going to be blind because I know what they are. So one of these days, maybe I'll have somebody shoot with me and I'll do a blind so that I can. So this is going to be partly biased because I know what the winner is. Now, you can see that these have already been drank quite a bit. Not really, though. I put them into flasks. I went golfing a couple of weeks ago, put them into flasks, and I've been drinking those when I've been golfing for the last couple of weeks. A lot of ethanol, a little bit of cherry. Kind of similar, but the cherry's dulled down a little bit. All right, for proof on these. Glass number one, the podcast, is coming in at 118.3 proof, 59.15% ABV. Bottle number two is coming in at 116.4 proof, 82.2% ABV, which is interesting because this has the 4% water in it, and yet it comes in at almost 2 proof points and like 1.5, like a 1% more ABV. So it's interesting but that's also a very minute amount. So. The nose on this one is a little bit, nose on this one's a little bit sharper, which, I mean, it's just a touch more proof, but. Very oily, clinging. Bit of cherry. This drink's hot for 119 proof, 118 proof. I just came off the back of Bourbon Junkies Stag Pick. And for some reason, the proof on the 3 chord is hitting me higher than the Stag did. I don't know why. Because that Stag is over 15 proof points higher. By the way, go Bills. What's interesting on this one, I started tasting it even before it hit my tongue, which was different than this. Proof was getting me as I was taking it down, but this, it was weird. There was an interesting underlying note that was, like, I tasted before the liquid was on my mouth. Interesting. And for having water in it, in this one is a little more subtle. And also a little more balanced. Let's go in for more pours. It's tamed down a little bit. Sweating, it's hot in here. It's floral. The cherry's there. There's a weird underlying note on my tongue I'm having trouble picking out. It's kind of on both of them. No, it's really not. Honestly, it could be maybe the Tennessee whiskey. I don't know. Alright, so I'm going to try to cut this short. Sorry that wasn't a ton of notes. You can purchase these on Keg and Bottle. I will post a link in the description. You can also, this was also Oaken Thieves, which is Will and Greeze and Bob and James have created Oaken Thieves. I am going to put links in the description to their channels, as well as to their Patreon. And you will have access. They've done several picks which are now available to the public. I will also put the links to those bottles. There's a couple of Nulus and a couple of other picks that have come out. I'll put links to the description of those down in the description. All of them are you can do through Keg and Bottle, so you can get some of the 3 Chord Whiskey Weekend blend and a couple of their other blends at the same time. Put them together in the same cart. But good job. The winner's going to take it. And the winner of Whiskey Weekend and also the winner of my palate is this one here, the one that does not have water in it. Which means that Greeze. No, I love Greeze. Greeze is a great dude. And for those of you that give him a lot of crap, you gotta know that the Greeze is a character, and Matt Giesler is actually a really, really, really great guy. Greeze can be a great guy, but when he gets full Greeze mode, it is what it is. Greeze is a great guy though, so stop giving him crap. It's like a WWE character, and so him, Greeze, Bob, Sean, Sarah, Matt, their blend wins. Maybe I'll do these blind one day, and I'll be able to go in a little bit more unbiased. All right, that's gonna do it. Thank you for watching another video of Big Nate's Whiskey Lounge. I'm Big Nate. See you next time. Cheers.